It's best to head to Death Valley National Park long before the sun rises. If you drive from Los Angeles, it'll be an early start. The direct route is 4.5 hours long. It's 2+ hours from Las Vegas. But this is why you leave early. The solitude of an early morning here in Death Valley, California, holds an absence that becomes a powerful presence. There is a quiet here so profound, it feels absolute. A stillness that magnifies your own existence against an immense, ancient landscape. And as the morning progresses, the perfectly still air here carries a crisp chill. When you take into account that the morning air here is met in summer by an oppressive heat, one that makes Death Valley so notable, you might wonder, why would anybody build hotels here? We'll get to those hotels with a past in a moment, but first, the oven that is Death Valley. The highest air temperature ever recorded anywhere on Earth was here in the town appropriately named Furnace Creek. The scorcher back on July 10th, 1913, a blistering 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Abby Wines is the acting superintendent at Death Valley National Park.
My temperature record is 130 degrees Fahrenheit.
Tell me what that was like.
Well, above about 120, what I realize is that my forehead goes numb. That's the first thing that I really experience. It's just ridiculously hot. There's no way to explain it.
Death Valley is relatively young as national park designations go.
It was first President Hoover that used the presidential proclamation in 1933 to set aside Death Valley as a national monument, and Congress finally caught up in 1994, upgrading this to Death Valley National Park.
And when people say it's kind of like a moonscape or something.
Well, moonscape is a good analogy. A better analogy would be a Martianscape. So NASA has been testing things like Mars rovers out here, and every year we have a dark sky festival which focuses on the research.
Which explains why they chose to shoot scenes for the movie Star Wars here. Long before that, Death Valley was the focus of 1930s entertainment radio.
First time I bet that anybody ever throwed out good water in Death Valley on purpose.
And then, TV. The host of the show,
Washington Territory in 1853.
Ronald Reagan, later became president. But even with all that Hollywood fanfare, Death Valley is best known for its heat. And therein lies the contradiction. Hottest place on Earth, also the driest spot in North America, with only about 2 inches of rain a year. Yet Death Valley has an oasis that nourishes this lush greenery, an ample, deep underground aquifer, easily supplying 2 sister hotels here, the Ranch at Death Valley, and a mile away, up the hill, the Inn at Death Valley. With more than enough water for 700+ guests when the hotels are at capacity. Nature readily supplies 2 swimming pools and even keeps the golf course here brilliant. Oh, and if you want to pull one over on a friend who always bests you in the game, keep this secret when you play here. The course is 214 feet below sea level. Do you understand what it means when you're that low below sea level?
No.
You don't know that you have a good excuse for why you didn't golf so well today.
Oh, I've always got a good excuse.
That makes a lot of sense. I felt like I was hitting the ball really well and it was going nowhere.
No, we knew that.
Well, somebody knew that. What you may also not know is the hotels here have a past. The Inn opened in 1927, but long before that, it's where miners would bunk. In the late 1800s, borax was discovered here. That crystalline mineral, marketed as 20 Mule Team borax, was used as a laundry booster and stain remover. It would eventually be used in just about every home in America, thanks to its pitchman. Borax is still used today, only a hand away. It's used in the glass on your cell phone. Here's a look at the bunkhouse back in the day before a recent renovation. And right there, an entryway that is still used today. Oasis Hotel's ambassador, Betsy O'Rourke. Where am I?
Well, we call this the mine shaft.
Is it still used today?
Let me show you. This is the entrance to the inn at Death Valley.
Echo! This is the real thing. On a hot day, which there's lots of them here, is this cool?
It actually stays really cool. It's one of the coolest places on the property.
And so that coolness here, I think you've already tipped me off, was useful for something else.
Yeah, absolutely. It was used as a beautiful wine cellar.
And that's what we have kind of here?
Yeah, right in here. And you can see some of the old labels from some of the bottles that were stored here many years ago.
Yeah.
And some more recent, but yeah. It's no longer in use, but it was a great, perfect spot for a wine cellar.
I'm safe here, right? This has been around for a long time.
You're totally safe.
How far does this shaft go?
It's actually 87 steps.
And it leads us to?
A beautiful reveal, which you're about to see.
Ooh, I like that. I see light at the end of the shaft and
here's the big reveal, Eureka!
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yes, this is incredible.
And so unexpected.
Yeah, absolutely.
And such a huge contrast to where we just were.
I'm blown away.
Yeah, it's spectacular.
It is the surprise.
It is.
While known for being hot, that's only in the peak of summer. During spring and fall, the weather here is inviting. Lows in the 50s, highs in the 90s.
I think so many people have not discovered Death Valley yet, but those who have want to come back. I mean, you're here now. I don't know what you were...
Never been here.
Exactly.
And this is not what I expected.
Exactly. And you are like most people who, first of all, think that it's hot year-round, and it's not. I mean, look at us today. It's, I don't know, is it in the 70s?
It's beautiful.
You know?
It's beautiful.
And here we are. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous.
The ranch at Death Valley was, at one time, a working ranch. Now, it's where you can relive those years gone by. Luke Painter, our guide today. Tell me, how big is this park and how does it compare to others?
Death Valley National Park is just about 3 million acres. It is the largest national park in the contiguous United States, and it is one of 3 national parks in our nation that crosses into neighboring states.
We didn't ride for days to neighboring Nevada, but we didn't need to. Just 30 minutes in, this happened.
All right, Kerry, now look up.
Oh, wow. This is incredible. What a view. Again, what you don't expect in what appears to be a desert, a stream. I thought this was the driest place in North America, and yet there's a stream.
So this water that you see right here on our left, it comes from the springs that are just up in the hills ahead of us. Texas Spring is the largest single source of fresh water in Death Valley. It produces 220 gallons of water a minute.
A minute?
A minute.
Wow. If riding isn't your style and you want to experience how the old-timers crisscrossed in motor cars, we found a more comfortable ride, a rental Jeep, into Echo Canyon. I feel like a kid out here. This is so much fun. And if you time it just right, you'll see skies as those early settlers did. The Timbisha Shoshone Native Americans who have lived here for more than a millennium believe the earth and the sky are a gift from the gods. And this is why people choose to spend the night, because if you left before sunrise, you wouldn't want to miss the sunset. Back at the inn, in the kitchen, a recipe from the 1890s is still baked every day. Early homesteaders had no sugar, so they took the fruit from the date nut tree, which still grows in a grove here. Date nut bread, a delicious taste of the past, even if that bread tastes like dessert. There is also an old-style ice cream saloon where I discovered every day is Sunday. The Oasis sister hotels recently underwent a $200 million renovation, but what a visitor sees are as things were. Original tiles, colors that have not changed, added new cottages, and feet away, a sculpted stream from that spring water that never stops bubbling up. It's a soothing natural melody. As day turns to night, near that palm date nut grove, Maxwell Palau, nicknamed the Star-Dude Astronomer, and his brother Dax set up a telescope. Our first view, the moon, where you can easily see the craters.
Death Valley is called a what?
A dark sky sanctuary.
Because I can see here what I would not be able to see in an urban area.
Yes.
And that's amazing. And what is that?
So we're looking at the Great Orion Nebula.
I'm just really shocked.
I love that sound when people are just like, wow.
Those stars, billions of years old, their light only now finally reaching Earth. It's that hidden magic that explains why increasingly couples choose to marry here. Death Valley. Everything you thought was wrong.